Boost program. I'm Dr. Flo. Not telling you what I heard, but what I know. What I know is that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. Joined always on Sundays by Tara Priolo Studio. How are you today?
It is I. I'm good. I am. I feel like I am almost finished recovering from what was a crazy week, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm also a resident Black biracial multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about, and push you to do the same. I've got some inspo for you all since you haven't heard from me in a few days. Um, some We the Urban. Let's see. Oh, that's my dog. My dog's not the inspiration. Millie, not your house. Okay, so it says, those of you on a video platform can see this. Those of you on the audio platform, I will try to remember to say next slide. But as I say, this is from We the Urban. I'm not sure I like this color palette, but that's okay. May you internalize that it's a privilege to know you, to love you, and to experience your energy. May you love yourself more than you love the idea of someone else choosing you. May you be released from the grip of things you cannot control, and may your nervous system finally exhale. May the love you attract feel soft, nourishing, reciprocal, and easy, not traumatizing, ill timed, emotionally immature, or born from wounds pretending to be chemistry. May you become the person your past self needed. May you keep creating your art even if no one is watching. May you stop letting algorithms decide if it's good. May you stop shrinking your vision just because it didn't go viral. May you do the bold things so your life can finally shift. Face what scares you so the universe can stop repeating itself. Woo! That's a big one. May you stop beating yourself up for not being where you thought you'd be by now. No one has all the answers or their life perfectly sorted out, and there's no universal timeline for success. Your life is not a race, it's a rhythm, a journey, a perfect process. Keep going, keep growing. You might be closer than you think. May you be released from wanting things that aren't meant for you. May we teach the next generation to love people who don't look, live, or love like them, and to stay curious where we were taught to judge. May you lean into the intimacy of learning to enjoy your own company. Solitude is a beautiful thing. Yay.
Solitude is a beautiful thing. We're moving forward, y'all, into the year. I think this is week 21 of 2025, and we're moving into the next 4 weeks of a theme called Inner Peace and Resilience Weeks. And this week we're going to be This week we're going to be focusing on love in the storm. Love, not focusing, but focusing on love in the storm. And each day, we will work with a different chakra to help us stay rooted in love when life gets turbulent. And each day has a storm focus. This week and day is all about fear, instability, and financial and health shocks. Of course, in life, we will have all of those things. And so here is a bit of a grounding exercise to help you stay rooted. All right, choose whether you want to stand or sit. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale for 4 counts and exhale with a gentle stomp. One more. Remember that love is shelter. Love is a mighty shelter for us. It helps us to stay anchored, and when the outer world shakes, doubling down on the basics like sleep, hydration, nutritious food, safe routines, these things can help us find stability.
We're laughing because Allegra really knows Dr. Flo here. Um, but you in your life, I went. Okay, what popped out for me was the safe routine part. I don't. You've talked about this before about mental health safety plans, but I'm not sure that we've really talked about, what is a very simple safe routine. And so, if you all feel comfortable, if you're with us now or if you're with us in the replay, share in the comments what a safe routine looks like for you. Um, and I will share just like on a daily, one of the things that shakes my life um, with frequency are migraines. And when I have a migraine, I have specific routines that I follow in order to try and get rid of them, but also to feel safe instead of chaotic. Um, so for me, it's drinking water, getting in the shower, taking the medicine, sleeping well with an ice pack, like just going to bed. Last night I went to bed early. Those of you that are in the clubhouse chat over on WhatsApp, you saw me say, "Peace out, Dr. Flo. I gotta go night night." And I just went to bed a little bit earlier than I normally do, with my ice pack and with my fan on to try to get rid of the headache just naturally. So those are some of the safe routines for me. Um, did you want to answer the whole prompt, or did you want to just maybe give us one of your safe routines?
It just rolled up on me. A simple ritual that saves me on audition tours is I subscribe to this idea that we are all given as vocal performers or speakers or educators, anybody who uses their voice professionally. I believe we have 100 gold coins of voice. And so I try not to spend 20 and 30 and 40 of my coins at one time yelling at anybody or raising my voice over loud environments and conditions. I try to, as I'm talking throughout the day, even now, I'm pulling back on how many coins I'm using as I express myself here on the podcast. And when you get past that 100th coin, your voice will start to fatigue, and you'll have some foundational issues. And I don't like to have those in my performance rituals. So, something very simple that I do is not a lot of vocal rough housing is allowed prior to my shows. It's pretty gentle moving towards the stage, and then the stage kind of starts in a fun, gentle, warming place, and then of course we end with like the big parade and stuff like that. But even that is another, you know, ritual. I like a slow coasting up to the stage. I saw online some of my friends from high school were playing over at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, where I used to perform on the main stage there, and I used to start warming up on my walk to the bus to take us from cast housing to the uh, fest house stage area. And yeah, just kind of, once again, not requiring myself to be on immediately, but allowing myself to ramp myself up into an opportunity or performance is something that's really, really good for me, both on stage and also in real life, which is, on stage is real life, but trust me, in a lot of ways it's not, folks. If you work at our level, and so yeah, even with like our session today, we're getting used to having a 2 o'clock start for our taping, but there will be a little bit of an on ramp and lifting into these events because who wants to be running around everywhere in life, especially when life demands so much of us in these other arenas. And an affirmation that you can use to help you in all arenas of life is this one: I am safe, supported, and lovingly grounded. I am safe, supported, and lovingly grounded. You are safe, supported, and lovingly grounded. Consider today doing a 10-minute sensory inventory walk. In this sensory inventory walk, you will notice 5 sights that you see, 4 sounds that you hear, 3 textures that you feel, 2 smells, help you, God help you, and 1 taste. And while you're going through this 10-minute sensory inventory walk, why not thank the earth for each sense? Once again, that's 5 sights, 4 sounds, 3 textures, 2 smells, and 1 taste. And being thankful in each. Tara, what's one of your favorite textures on the planet? What do you like as it relates to like
I like
feeling?
silky things. Like even like doing this and your fingers like the that's a texture that I like. Smoothness on my computer. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But it's why my blankets always have like a front side and a I don't really this part keeps you warm, but this part is a fidget.
It's a fidget.
It's a fidget. It's a fidgety thing. So I can do that.
I like embroidered things with like holes in it, but like whole things sometimes. I have a friend who I will not name, but if I send him a picture right now of
It's
like
got like the
mustard,
trip to
yeah, you probably shouldn't even mention that because people who have it who are listening be like, "Ah, ah," like wreck their car.
trip
Um,
to
they don't like like yeah, like seeing things that have like holes in them or like. Are you looking up the word right now?
yeah. Trypophobia. Trypophobia. Yeah, yeah. See, and I don't like what, but some things I see and I'm like, what? That they put in those pictures. What?
Yeah,
Disgusting.
trypophobia is an intense aversion or fear of the sight of clustered holes or irregular patterns, often described as a strong feeling of disgust or discomfort. While it's not yet a recognized mental disorder, some individuals experience significant distress and anxiety when encountering triggers like locust seed pods, honeycombs, or other sponges. Yeah, it does something to people. But I love like and maybe it's not the same, but like you know like a granny quilt that's got the holes in it and like yeah. 2 smells. I love the smell of vanilla. I love lavender as a smell. I used to be more into essential oil therapies and things like that. We had a whole season of that fun. I think I still
I
have some
hope
of
the lady's okay, child.
I hope
Her with her a million kids. I hope she's
she
okay.
got off that compound. It was great.
I you enjoy sweet smells. That's what I just learned about you. I enjoy like savory smells. So like one of my favorite smells is this is going to be so weird. Things you learn about me. Um, ground beef with onions, like when it starts to brown, that is like one of my favorite smells in the world.
Oh
Um,
no.
and like really like onions and garlic cooking is
Yes.
like that is
Like a good stew smell.
yeah. But also like my second favorite smell, I would say, because that's like an inside smell. So if we're talking about like a sensory walk, we're outside. The smell of rain coming. It's a very particular smell, but some of y'all will know you can smell when it's going to rain.
But you know, there's a certain group of the human population that does not know what you're talking about, but I do. Yeah. Is that that's not that's a multicultural thing. I'm sure. What percentage of people? Here we go. What percentage of people can smell the rain? What percentage of people can smell the? While it's difficult to put an exact percentage, many people can in fact smell the rain approaching due to a phenomenon called petrichor. Petrichor. This earthy scent is released when raindrops impact dry ground,
I never.
particularly.
Okay, they put this in scents at Bath and Body Works. You ever read the back of the Bath and Body Works thing? And it says that word that I never knew how to pronounce, nor did I know what it was. But now I know.
The smell is primarily attributed to a compound geosmin, Geosmin, produced by soil bacteria and can be detected by humans at very low concentrations. Isn't
Wow,
that wild?
fascinating.
What we're smelling is the little dust that's coming up from the rain hitting the ground that's being turned into the air and then it's drifting towards us. We're like, oh, that's rain soil bacteria. Wow.
But that's one of my
Y'all
favorite
stay
scents. I
close.
love that scent
Y'all y'all stay close to the network. We learn something new
every day.
every day. Wow, wow, wow. All right, well, thank y'all so much for holding space for love with us and watching. Thank you so much for letting me come online to life during this episode today. We are thrilled to be leading an organization that seeks to encourage, equip, and empower people of all backgrounds to live their dreams and to have a hopeful future and an idea of a hopeful future for themselves. And so, if you're out there and you're looking for some encouragement, if you're looking for things to put in your toolkit to include harvesting of fruits and vegetables on Roblox, you're looking for like fruits and vegetables for your basket. We got that too. Lots of play and fun here. And if you're looking for people to empower you to really take hold of your life and live it out and walk it out, and to not be afraid to be in spaces with people who may have a huge differing opinion than what you have, but you are so anchored in your I am, and you're so anchored in your backing of your community, and you're so anchored in your purpose that you're like, yo, I can be with all people and recognize them as loved and lovable, and recognize them as a person who wants to be happy, healthy, and free like the rest of us. And that is a gift to be able to see yourself in others. Oh my goodness. I'm going to end by saying that I was listening to a podcast yesterday that I've listened to for years. It's called On Being with Krista Tippett, and it's a brilliant podcast. And there was a lady on it that was speaking of empathic unsettlement. And I wanted to leave that with everyone today. If you are a person who hears the plight of another person or the pain of another person and it unsettles you, meaning that you have heard about the bombs dropping in Gaza, or you know about people who are struggling, to make ends meet. If you see suffering in your community and it unsettles you, that's not something to be upset about, or to think that there's something wrong with you, or even to be overburdened by. It's something that we can be grateful for. We can be grateful that we are so empathic, or seek to be more empathic, and seek to give a deeper level of empathy to people who we know and don't know. And the fact that some of the harms in our community keeps us up at night is part of what it means to be loving and alive. And I never heard anybody quite talk about that particular feeling in these terms. There's also another part of the podcast, and I dropped a link in back channels so that everyone in our network could listen to it. This guy talks about this word in German, Unheimlich, I think is how he was trying to like say it. I may have like stepped in it horribly, but it's a German word that essentially means it is a feeling that one has when the conditions around them should dictate that they are safe, but they're not truly safe. Meaning that people in gossip, me in my current living situation, this is a situation where I should feel at home and feel safe under the conditions. And yet there is no safety in the systems that swirl about. Let me see if I can. Yes, unheimlich. E. That's not how English. That's not how letters work. Well, unheimlich. Unheimlich. It's a feeling of unease or fear arising from something that's both familiar and strange. Yeah. So, anyway, I will leave y'all with that today. Continue to love one another and to hold each other close. Continue to have that empathetic, unsettling, because that will help us come up with solutions to help the world. And let's do our best today to try to fix the conditions of the environments, both inside and outside, that would cause us to not feel safe in spaces where we could and want to belong. And remember, y'all, belonging is something that you can give to yourself. In fact, belonging to yourself makes you attractive so that people will go, Dr. Flo, where is my sign-in sheet? Oh my gosh. I was under the desk in the office again, but I am back. And on behalf of myself, Andre and the Flow, Sarah Priolo Studio, and Poppy Water 33, and all of our service member team here in Love and Action Network, we invite you today to stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. And as Tara would say, know that joy, yes, joy is the revolution. We will see y'all soon around our network and later on this week over on Substack, Spotify,